Hello, I'm John Gentle, founder and CXO of Roboboogie, a digital transformation consultancy. We help enterprise e-commerce brands improve site performance with a proven approach that combines data insights and innovative design with the world's best digital transformation technologies. In this video, I'm excited to share our perspective and experiences using social proof to drive sales and conversions. Joining me is Paul Nutton from Kibo. Hey, Paul.
Hello, John. I'm glad to be with you today. I'm Paul Nutton and I'm Senior Director of Digital Experience Consulting here at Kibo. Our team's job is to make our customers successful with the Kibo personalization platform. We ensure that the platform's technically set up for them in order to meet their business needs and their goals and objectives. We partner with them, working with their teams directly, the teams that use the platform day to day, and we help them successfully execute their personalization roadmap. If you're joining us today, you're likely excited about the ways that social proof can impact user experience and conversion. We're going to dive into that together and look at three foundational principles of social proof. John and I will be sharing the perspective of our two industries. I'll be sharing my experience from the technology side, and John will be sharing his perspective from the digital optimization services side. How do you define social proof and its impact at Roboboogie with your clients?
Often I find it helpful to think in terms of real life metaphors, particularly in e-commerce, thinking about your experience maybe in a brick and mortar store and how that experience might translate to the digital experience. So in the case of social proof, one model to think about would be maybe an analogy where someone walks into a store and is considering a certain product on the shelf. They may have some knowledge of that product at varying levels of degree, but they're assessing the fit of this product for their own experience and looking for clues and direction around that. They may read the box to get some information. Maybe there's an opportunity to talk to a salesperson, or in the case of social proof, there might be somebody that walked up next to them and says, hey, I have that same product. Let's just say a TV. I have that same TV in my home. It's been great for me. It's got a great picture quality. I've purchased, this is my second TV I've purchased from this brand. This brand is reputable. They have a wonderful product. And I would highly recommend it. That piece of really that objective third-party perspective, if you will, is often more valuable than what the brand could say about its own products. So if we extend that to the digital space, in my mind, social proof is really any content that is supporting that third-party objective perspective that lends additional information that's helpful to purchase consideration and or builds confidence in the user or customer rather to move forward through the conversion process. So things like reviews, user reviews, star ratings, any user-generated content that speaks on behalf of the products, or social validation content, for example, maybe stats on the number of customers that are also purchasing this product, and or even into product upsell and cross-sell, or maybe what we call FOMO content, the fear of missing out around inventory numbers and other ways, X products remaining that imply popularity and relatability to my peers and other folks that might be purchasing the same product. So that's loosely how we think about social proof. It's, again, those third-party, objective, more authentic validations or information that consumers like me can provide to me to provide that confidence additional information, or just validation on my purchase that helped me feel more comfortable with my purchase, and help me also connect with the brand in a more authentic way and understanding how other people feel about that brand or their experiences with that brand. So given that there's a number of different social proof points and different content types that we can put on our website to help influence this and provide that context, now we have to think about where and when we should present that information, and which information is most appropriate. It's a great application for A/B testing and being able to experiment with that placement, content type, timing, and location within that buying process, and where to place it. To expand on this a little more, if we think about, let's take a user testimonial quote. That quote placed on, let's say, a homepage where the user is starting from the beginning of that shopping experience, coming to a homepage. That quote could provide a lot of validation and around the brand position, the value prop, and relatability from a consumer perspective that would drive them into stay on the page and shop further on that site. That same quote testimonial placed on a product detail page might also provide a lot of confidence and answer a question maybe around reliability or effectiveness of a product to the consumer to drive them forward. And it may do the same also on a checkout page or farther down the checkout funnel. But that same quote placed at the wrong time might also open more questions that sends them out to do more research, or maybe to another competitor site to think more about their purchase decisions. So again, depending on placement and the specifics of the content type, these can be really helpful tools, but they can also be disruptive if not placed in the right place at the right time with the right amount of detail and the right amount of relevance. So we look to A/B testing to try different variations and placement and content type, and let the data really show us what's working best there. Again, this is why we look to optimization technologies to help fully support our optimization efforts. And I'll turn it over to Paul to speak more specifically to Keebo and the amazing, powerful platform that it is to help support social proof.
Thanks, John. At Keebo, our team has defined a handful of key social proof tools that you can use out of the box if you're working with the Keebo platform. We looked at the features that had the highest impact on metrics such as add to cart, average order value, sales, and also revenue. We've made it in the platform so not only can you easily add them to your site, but you can also easily customize them. You can also employ A/B, ABN testing, and also use the machine learning capabilities of the platform, which allows you to iterate and optimize your social proof messaging. From the technology side, you can use our testing and personalization tools to test the more advanced experiments around additional types of social proof that Roboboogie specializes in, such as reviews, testimonials, user-generated content. At Keebo, we've identified a few very specific items that we bucket into our social proof stack, and we've made them so that they can be easily deployed across your site, and you can easily customize them as well using our platform. We specifically exploit and can display product views. This is the number of times that visitors have viewed a specific product detail page. We can count and display number of times a product was added to cart in a specific time period. Also, again, the number of purchases, so the number of times a customer has bought a specific product in a certain time period. And then also we can link it to your inventory, and we can show quantity remaining, so that's displayed with products with only a few left. So these items have proven time and time again that they drive engagement, they drive add to cart, purchases, and revenue. And the way that we've built them, they're easily configurable in the platform. You can select from a number of parameters to determine how the metrics will be displayed. For instance, you can configure the look back period. So you could say, X customers purchased this in the last 24 hours, X customers purchased this in the last 2 days, in the last hour, etc. And then your users can run experiments natively within the Kibo platform that can track performance of these experiments.